This is the Buffalo Broadcast Texas High School Athletics Coaching Show.
Please, it'll just take a minute.
Coach, I tried.
Because if you can't do, teach. And if you can't teach phys ed.
Special teams, go with Paul Fran, do some laps.
Well, good evening, Coach. How you doing? Thanks for joining me tonight.
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm still up in Oklahoma. So
is it cold up there?
It's a little cold. Yeah, not too bad, though.
Yeah.
Enjoying some time up here. It's my mama's birthday on the Veterans Day. So we celebrate Veterans Day and we celebrate her birthday every year. It's kind of an annual tradition now. So you've got a veteran in your family.
Yeah, I do. My daughter's celebrating Veterans Day today. So.
And you got a lot of veterans on your staff. Well, I know you've got at least one veteran on your staff.
Coach Bond was in the Navy.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I was hoping maybe he might join.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
I know he's busy too. So anyway, you guys have a big day tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
We
got our all district meeting tomorrow. So we can talk about that a little bit if you want to.
Yeah, well, what does that mean? What is an all district meeting?
So we have our all district meeting at the end of the regular season. So all the coaches in the district, we get together, and the district champ hosts it traditionally. And so Coach Sam over at Bowie, they're going to host it since they won district. And the way that works, it's like picking your all-star team, your all-pro team. It's all district in high school. And the idea is, we vote and we honor those kids. We have first team and second team, and then some honorable mentions. The way it works, you can nominate your own players, but you can't vote for your own players. So, they'll have some superlatives where, like MVP of the district, your coach, you can nominate your own players. And then when you vote, you can vote for anybody that got nominated except your own players. So I traditionally if we have a starter that's played well, I'll nominate him because I have no idea what the other coaches think, and give them a chance and see what happens with the vote. And then, I think most of the coaches take it pretty serious. We go back and we try to look at a little bit of film before we go to the meeting. And tomorrow our coaches will have a little powwow about, hey, who do you think was the best defensive tackle in the district that wasn't on our team? So I'll kind of have an idea, to look for those people that are nominated, because I don't want to just go in there blind and not know who I'm voting for. I want to take it serious because we want these kids to get honored, and we'll go from there. But we'll nominate every position, and then we'll do it again for second team. And then typically if a kid gets a few votes, but he doesn't quite get second or first team, then that's considered honorable mention. If you get some votes, but didn't get it, it's honorable mention. That means you had a coach you played against thought enough of you to give you a vote. And that's a big deal. So
that is a big deal. That means they saw you on film and they were watching out for you. Right.
So if you get honorable mention, second team or first team, you got other people recognizing what you do. It's not your own coach. So, sometimes as coaches we'll get accused of you made my, when they're on your own team, they think we have something to do with it. No, we can't vote for our own guys. We can only nominate them. So it's kind of out of our hands a little bit. So, but and it's weird, a couple of every year we got one or two kids that, they'll get a little bit, maybe they get a little bit level more than we thought they would have on our personal end. And then we get a one or two that don't get what we thought they should have got. It's just how it works. But, I think 70 to 80% of the time, the team's about what it should be when we vote. So it's a good deal usually. So.
That's pretty cool. Well, we all have a couple of our players in mind that we won't have to talk about tonight, but I can tell you I've got some in my mind that maybe I'm a little biased that certainly deserve some recognition.
Yeah, and it's like anything else. We're a playoff team, so we're probably going to get we'll have some votes go our way that wouldn't have gone our way if we hadn't made the playoffs. And and if you're the district champ, usually you usually get the benefit of the doubt on votes when that happens. So I'm sure Bowie won district. They'll probably have the most all district kids, which that makes sense. They won. So,
right.
And then it's just usually how it works. So, but there's some good teams. There's some good players on all the teams. It wouldn't be surprise me if every team's got at least one or two kids on the first team. So
that's awesome. Well, I won't spoil Brad's thunder. I know he loves to do the pregame show, and we talk about, going into the playoffs here, and we've faced these folks before. Right. In the past. We've definitely faced this district before in the past. So kind of excited about Friday night. Just so you know, we will be driving the Moritz Chevrolet truck over there. So
Okay, all right.
boo-boo on that one. Monty said he would give us the truck. That's kind of a tradition for us. Hopefully that's a good tradition for the team.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like the rally hat for us. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be good. Get it going.
Yeah. Well, exciting game. In fact, I just got through watching it with my brother, up here in Oklahoma again from last week. And man, what an exciting game to finish out district play. So I'm sure you've got a lot of things with the highlights to go over tonight, but let you start where you want to start.
Yeah. Well, one thing before we even start on the highlights, it was a big day. I thought our offense played really well, and then our defense got the first shutout for our defense coordinator's career. So Coach Swan got his first shutout as a defense coordinator, which is a big deal, and we're really happy for him. And it was nice to see the defense playing on all cylinders. We had very few mental mistakes, if any, that I can remember, and the kids were flying around. Probably as physical as we've played all year. Also, a lot of hitting on the field. It was a fun night. It was good to see things go the way we thought they should in that last game, and make sure we cinch up that playoff spot. So
yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to steal the thunder from Brad, but I think we've got a team that has just excelled every game. It seems like, even though we've had a couple of losses along the way, but every game I see improvement, Coach. And man, goes to you guys, and the team and the kids.
And on the O-line, we'll get some offense clips too. But the O-line, we had Amir Sadala, great player for us, 2-year starter, got hurt a few weeks ago. We haven't had him. So having to shuffle the line a little bit, it was good to see them kind of melding and meshing in that last game, because there were some kinks here and there those first 2 weeks without Amir that you could kind of see, but it was starting to come together last week, and that's good. Going to playoffs, you want to see that, and we feel a lot better about things going in this playoff game.
I know you don't give yourself a lot of credit, and it is a team effort, but I just want to bring up, hey, most playoff appearances in Haltom history. Way to go, Coach. I mean, that is pretty amazing, and I know it takes more than just you to do that, but you are the leader of the team and the coaching team, and I hear a lot about you behind the scenes. Some of it's not great. No, I'm kidding. It's all good. no, it's good. And I just, congratulations. You've worked hard for that. You've earned it, and so have all the players along the way to get you guys.
I appreciate it. And I had somebody ask me about that. One of the big things that's a big deal here at Haltom is how well I feel like I've been supported by admin, and they really understand Haltom, the community, types of players we have, and anytime we've had any kind of coaching turnover, they've been 100% supportive, doing everything they can to help me get the best coaches available. And if that wasn't true, if that wasn't true, I probably wouldn't have worked here this long. But it's a tremendous place to work because of the support we have. They trust what we're doing. They back us. We've had a couple bad years here and there, especially I think COVID really took some wind out of us for a year or two there. But our admin was very supportive through all that, and it's a good place to work. My kids went here, your kids went here, so it's a fun place to work. Sometimes it's difficult, but it's always fun. So
I go back to Dr. Brown, and then of course now our new superintendent, who really supports the athletic programs, really all the extracurricular programs within Burtville ISD. But I feel like they support us at Haltom as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, for sure. So we're a 3 high school district, but anytime I talk to Dr. Stinson, Coach Norton, you wouldn't know that there are other high schools, because when you're talking to them about any needs at your campus, they give you their full attention. And when I talk to
other high schools, what?
When I've talked to Coach Cates and Coach Smith at Birdville and Coach Cates at Richland, they feel the same way. So we're all 3 blessed to work in this district. A great community right in the middle of the Metroplex. Still kind of has it's a huge district, but still kind of has a hometown feel. We have system in the place because the district's this big, but at the same time, there's also you pick the phone up and call somebody if there's something that needs to be done or needs to be talked about. I love what Coach Norton says about athletics. It's his job to figure out a way to say yes to the things we need. He said, sometimes he can't tell me yes, but it's his job to figure out a way, if at all possible. So I really appreciate him. and Coach Ferris before him in my tenure here. I've been very blessed to work for those two ADs. And you mentioned Dr. Brown and Dr. Stinson. They've been great. And it's been good. It's a good place to work. And we're proud that we were able to, I guess, I don't know, good way to word this. The support they've given us, we're glad to give some results. We got in the playoffs this year. We were picked 6, finished 3rd. So we want to outperform expectations whenever possible. And we did that this year. And, we hope to do that this week too. We've had a good week of practice so far. We feel good about this week. Richardson's a good team. They're good. They're in the playoffs for a reason. They finished very, very high in that district, but at the same time, we've had a good week too. So we're looking forward to the game this week.
Yeah, that's exciting. Well, let's talk about this exciting game. I mean,
okay.
You probably had a hard time deciding what to show us because there were so many great plays.
Well, I try to keep it around 10 to 12 plays. So and I got about 3 special teams plays we'll start with. Then we got 10 or 12 on offense and defense. Does that sound good?
Absolutely. Let me know when you're ready to share.
All right, I got it.
Screen on yours.
Yeah, I've got it. Is it on yours now?
It is, absolutely.
We got Mr. Eli Lewis in front of us.
We do.
Okay. Yeah, Eli did a great job. He had 3 punts. I think he averaged over 40 yards a punt. He also had a big punt return for about 20 yards. So he had a good night. You'll see at least one of those plays, if not a couple more here in a minute. And then Jackson Courtney did a great job. He had 2 or 3 tackles on kickoff. And one of our punts, he was the first one down to down it on the 1-yard line. So he had a really good night on special teams also. Jackson played well on defense too. He's one of our junior linebackers. Really did a good job helping us get the shutout too. So here's one of those punts I just mentioned. Ball rolls. And right now there's a pretty good distance here. And here's Jackson. Jackson does a good job tracking it down. And it's Micah McIntyre. They both get down there. And so Jackson touches it, stops it, keeps going. Then Micah keeps it from going in. It's not like the NFL. As long as the ball's not in, you're good. So
yeah, we were wondering. I think we might have misspoke on the broadcast, but yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. So the high school rule is as long as the ball doesn't cross the line, so we're good there. NFL, the player cannot be in the end zone either. So, but there's different rules at different levels. So
I just broadcast a Pee Wee game, Coach. On Saturday, my great nephew, and the refs can actually put the players where they're supposed to go. So,
really?
Rules at all different levels, right?
Yeah. Here, I don't know have we even talked about our punt unit this season?
Not really. I think we may have had a couple of times where we did.
Well, we'll talk about this real quick. I'm on Facebook, so I don't want to give away too much, but for you guys that watch football, we've gone with the shield punt this year. I have never done this before. I've been around a couple coaches that known it, but we, if you're watching us early in the year, we struggled on punt. That wasn't a secret. So we deep dove some different punt variations in non-district, and me and a couple of other coaches we went and researched the shield punt. And what the shield punt is, you get huge splits up front, and then the idea is, we're going to get better coverage out of these guys, and we're going to have 3 big boys set a shield right in front of the punter.
Nice.
There's a little more to it than that I don't want to get into because I don't want anybody to take advantage of what we're doing, but that's the gist of it in general. So we'll give some calls to the front guys for who to block, and but it allows you to let some of these guys go free depending on our calls because you got 3 big boys right in the front. And then at the same time, the edge rushers have a long way to go because we're so spread out. So it's been good for us. We've had a couple breakdowns a little bit, but we haven't had one blocked. We've been able to get them all off. And Eli's come in. He came in about midseason, started punting for us. And when we went to this, and it's been it's been good for us. I know the first half of the season was driving me nuts because we're used to having a pretty good punt team and we were struggling. But since we went to the shield, it's been good. So you can kind of see how he's got this shield in front of him. They didn't really rush this one, but it's been good for us. Okay, here's one of our kickoffs. Get the ball down to the 5. And right now we've got 4 guys free. On our kickoff, we tell them we just do the math. We play with 1 to 2 safeties depending on our call pre-snap. So that's 8 or 9 guys we got running down.
Yeah.
usually, and then we got some safeties back there. So we say out of that, we want 3 to 4 y'all to clear, and we've got 3 or 4 cleared. So we say if it's 3-on-1, we should be good. So that's what we're looking for. We'd like to get more as far as without getting into the minutia of it, avoiding blocks and all that stuff and staying in our lanes. But we want to get 3 down there. If we figure out if we got 3, no matter how good athlete this is, 3 guys versus 1, we should be okay. So he almost cuts through there, but that is one of the tackles. I think Jackson's in on that one. That's one of the ones I mentioned earlier. Yeah, here's Jackson. He's 27. What we want to do on this is the ball's here. We don't want to aim right at the ball. All right. We want to squeeze and then kind of flatten out so that we can meet him there. If we go too far at the ball, then he can maybe get outside you on that. So we're going to try to maintain our lane so we get a little closer. And you can see Jackson kind of straightening it out to make sure that happens because he feels he's got more help over here. And you can see Connors sliding in underneath 24 there to help. That's a good job. We got him inside the 20. Our goal's inside the 30, so we beat our goal by 12 yards on that. So it's a good job there. I think this is a second kickoff we're showing on this one. Yeah, this was it's an interesting play at the very end of the game. I thought this was it's kind of, I don't know, it was the end of the game. We already had the game in hand. I thought it was kind of fun. I got a little nervous, though, because we're trying to hold that shutout for Coach Swan. They catch the ball over here on a sky kick, and they throw it across a lateral. So this is a great job by Nick Wynn right here. So Nick Wynn's on the backside. He's a backside, outside guy, and his job is, anybody in America that watches football, keep contained. You hear that phrase all the time, which wears me out sometimes because some people don't know what it means. But in this case, it's very appropriate. So Nick sees that. He's going to get back out here. So that buys time for these guys to get over there.
Perfect.
So it was a good job by Nick. Nick's number 1 in his class in GPA too. So it's fun to have him on the team.
Wow. Literally number 1.
Yeah, he's literally number 1 right now. Now we got a whole year to go and all that, but he's done a good job. So Nick's been on our kickoff team all year, and he's played some corner here and there a little bit. He's in the second unit with the defensive backs, but he's been on the starting unit with the kickoff all year. All right, let's go. Let's do offense first.
Sure.
All right. So there's Simi Finau. He's one of our tackles. He played real well. We had I think over 300 yards. Dom Munavong. I think Dom was 70% passing with 2 touchdowns, if I remember right.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's always I didn't have to see if I got him on here. Oh, Jose Arriaga. Jose Arriaga came in late at quarterback. He had 1 rushing touchdown and one passing touchdown playing quarterback. So
coach.
I know.
Right?
Jose's done a good job all year for us. He's with the second group on offense, but he's run scout team in practice for us. Done a good job, staying ready. Been one of those. You hear this phrase sometimes, the glue guy. Jose's one of those glue guys. We love having him on the team. He's done a good job getting our defense ready at times. It was good to see him get in the game and get some action at quarterback this week.
What year is he, Coach?
He's a senior.
Awesome.
He plays baseball too, so he's a catcher. He's going to be one of the catchers in baseball. I don't want to speak for Coach Howard, but I think he's in contention to be the starter, if not already the starter. So
nice.
All right. So early in the game, I think it's our first touchdown. Just run the old power play. Everybody blocking down. Got the running back kicking out. Backside guard pulling around. It's probably our most ran play in the program at all levels. So most of those kids have been running it for a long time. One kid that got some action in that's been on the JV most of the year and played the other night was Shannon Fleary right here. Shannon played D-end on the JV and a little bit of tight end. So he played kind of our wing back, which is really just another tight end when we have these 2 tight ends here. And he played quite a bit the other night. He did a really good job for us. You can see him getting that down block, watching that guy all the way down, and Vudrico cutting right off of that.
That's great.
Okay, this was 3rd and 7. This is our second touchdown, I believe. This corner's playing awful tight. So pre-snap, Vudrico knows he's got one-on-one here, and he's got a lot of room out here. So that was the pre-snap read. We got one-on-one. The safety's in the middle. He can't get over there. He's playing tight enough. We don't think he's going to drop underneath. So that's all the pre-snap read. We get a little flash fake to the running back. Vudrico puts it out there. Underthrows it a hair maybe, but Eli does a good job making the play.
Yeah, that was an amazing catch.
Let me see it coming at you here on the end zone. See if
That
we
was
get it.
first quarter?
Yeah, it's first quarter. It's our second
thought-
touchdown, I think.
Yep.
Our video didn't get all of this one. We'll see the tail end of it. Maybe let's see if the end zone got it. Oh, the end zone got it. That'll be good. Okay, this is a traditional buck sweep. You can see both guards pull in. We get really the defense kind of over pursues to the edge here. They got a lot of hats out here. That's kind of where the ball's designed to go. But one of the great things about having a good running back like Federico, he sees it, cuts back. This hole ended up developing because the defense over pursued quite a bit.
That's a massive highway that just opened up for him.
Yeah, and this and Logan Skellinger, our tight end here, does a really good job of just being patient to get a little bit of a seal off right here. That's not much, but yeah,
Just
Federico's
enough
not
to slow him down. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let him run at this camera full speed here. But if Federico gets loose, not too many people are going to catch him. So,
what was any speed on that particular? Because it's so much yards.
Yeah,
what was the speed on that one, Coach?
He didn't quite hit 21 on that one. He was above 20 though, which is really, really good.
That's amazing.
Okay, so replay of that play from earlier, really, but different play, but same play. You know what I mean?
I do.
So we traded the tight ends to the other side, then ran the same play, get a kick out block, and
that's great.
Federico runs through the arm tackle there. Yeah, we do a good job getting just enough of this guy. He starts to come off the block, but we got enough of him. Oh, I take that back. We got the guard coming around. I think got in on it. Yeah, here's our backside guard comes in and helps seal that guy off too. Gets enough of him. We're able to go in.
Little side check. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, this is a different variation on that play we saw earlier. A little bit different variation. We got the dig coming here. Really could have thrown either one. We had the one-on-one again with Eli. So we get this is second touchdown pass here.
Amazing. I really think their hands are getting better, Coach.
Yeah.
That's got to give Dom some confidence too.
This is here's Jose late in the game. We ran bootleg. So you can see Arriaga did a good job with the fake here. That was the KJ. All right. We gave Arriaga a little bit of a hard time because he's got the fullback right now. but when he got the edge, that gives him a little bit more time. And he sees the tight end, Logan Skellinger, there. Good job by Logan catching the ball. So Logan has two catches. Logan has 2 catches and 2 touchdowns now. So I was telling Coach Bond, we should just throw it to Logan. He scores a touchdown every time we throw it to him.
Hey, he's a big old boy.
Yeah.
What year is he?
He's a senior. So
he's senior. Okay. Is it 90? Is that his number?
90, yeah.
Yeah, 90. That's what I thought. Okay. There's that same play. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? And if you watch it enough, that play that Federico ran earlier, where we're running at the screen, this is what backfield action looks like. That play on this, so you can see most of the defense is reacting this way. All right, number 12 is doing a good job. He's coming downhill on the fullback, but that's what opens it up for the tight end. So if we get most of the defense reacting to that run fake, the idea is if they have 2 or less defenders over here, we can make them wrong. If both of them cover, the quarterback can run it. If one of them attacks the quarterback, then there's only one left to cover, and we've got 2 guys. So right now you can see that there's 1 guy. We have 2 receivers. As long as we can get outside this guy, we're good. If this guy's real far upfield, the quarterback should kind of set up here in the pocket and throw to one of them. But Arriaga here gets the edge. He throws it to Logan. Logan bobbles it, makes the catch and gets in the end zone. So, Okay, here's the same play.
Hey, at least he caught it. You know, my nickname in high school was the ball dropper, right? 'Cause I'm not proud of that, but it's true.
We got the exact same play we ran earlier with Rodrigo again here, and the only difference is our quarterback kept it. So he fooled everybody, which was really nice. He gets in the end zone.
Yeah, camera wasn't sure what was happening.
I know, and if and the good thing about that too, if we can get some of the misdirection going, not only is that hard on the defense, it really helps your offensive line out too. This was the first play of the game. I know these are kind of out of order today. Sorry.
That's okay.
First play of the game. We get Turner wide open. Underthrew him a little bit, or I think he'd have scored. But it's a good play design from we don't have the end zone on this one. A good play design by Coach Bond. We only have the wide. I guess first play of the game. Sometimes the cameras aren't ready. We had Jose and Dom back there. I don't know if the defense realized we did not have Rodrigo out there, but we threw the first pass to Dom, and then Dom threw it again. So
Matthew's got good hands. I'm glad to see him back and healthy.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Yes. Good to get Matthew back. He did a good job the other night. A couple other times we had a chance to get him the ball. He drew a big third down defensive holding call that helped keep a drive going also for us. So
I can't remember what year he is. Is he a junior? Senior?
Matthew Turner.
Yeah.
He's a senior too. We got a lot of seniors. So. Yeah, I know.
All right.
But, we got some juniors too. We got little toss play here. We got a couple defensive guys in the game. We've got, I think that's Logan on the wide, and that's Brian Connors. So just trying to hit the edge quick. We're trying to hit the edge and downhill, not wide, if that makes sense. So we're trying to get a lot of bodies flowing out here, get a lot of space to hit it downhill. Just a little bit of variation. We run strong quite a bit, so this is really technically the weak side since the tight end's over here. And that's a really good play by Brian Connors too. Brian starts at safety for us, but he's not a bad running back.
Right.
So Brian's right here. You kind of see him. He sees this guy coming, so he comes off, comes back and gets that block right there, which I think helps get us an extra 4 or 5 yards here. 8 or 9. Yeah. So we've been spotting some of our players on both sides of the ball throughout the year. So we're anticipating maybe needing to do that this week too. So there's that keep play again from Jose. That was a third down, big first down for us. There's a power play again. I think that was right before the first touchdown. So those are the offensive plays.
So the kids are, that's a pretty cool place to get to play football, I think. Are they enjoying getting to play there at Choctaw State?
Yeah, I think they really enjoyed it. They had a good time. It was the logistics for that sideline we were on are a little easier than what we had last year. So it was interesting because last year we were on the other sideline, and I had never been on the sideline we're on this year, but we're on the same sideline for the Bowie game and that game. So it's a neat venue, big stadium. So it was fun.
That's awesome.
All right, we're gonna go to some defense now.
Man-child.
Yeah,
that's what I call him.
Yeah, Damian Wayne had another good game. He's a 3-year starter for us. Senior, just a great player. He's one of them kids that I'm assuming the other teams takes him into account when they game plan. He had a sack and a couple tackles for a loss. Urim probably had his best game of the year. He's played good all year. Probably had his best game of the year. I think he had 9 tackles from inside backer. Did a really good job for us. And then Logan Lane, the other inside linebacker, he's done a great job. Logan's played really down the stretch, really, really well at inside linebacker. I think early in the year he was playing good, but it was a little up and down because he had moved from outside backer to inside backer this year. But him and Urim, that second half of the season really did a good job, especially versus Martin and Sam Houston. And they're going to need to have big games this week too. I'm sure they will.
Three backs? Yeah.
Yeah, they went three backs with us. Let's see the end zone. Yeah, look at the end zone here.
Is that like a diamond setup?
Yeah, a lot of people call this pistol diamond. There's a few different names for it. I've heard it called the pistol wishbone. We just call it.
I was going to say, it looks like old school.
Yeah, we just call it diamond. But the idea of it anyway is kind of like that power play we were running offense where this guy's kicking out and this other back's acting like the pulling guard, if that makes sense. And you get all the old linemen blocking down.
Right.
So, you can kind of see with what I've got drawn up what should happen. So we want that to happen to squeeze the hole. We got a linebacker coming. We have a safety coming. So what the three-back set forces you to do, it forces your DBs to get in on the run game, which is fine with us. Because our safeties don't mind tackling. So,
yeah, we seem to be fairly successful at that.
Yeah. Now they're running outside stretch. So the big deal here is, you want these backside guys to stay sound in case it cuts back. You also want guys filling the hole. So we got this wadded up. We got the safety ready to fit. We're setting that edge there. So everything's fitting like you want it right now. So when he does cut back, we have people there. So it's really, really good. So, yeah, so SGP got us a little bit because we were over pursuing and we didn't have people in this relation to the guy when he cut back. Part of it's because they're really, really good. But, some of it is we can get a little better. So it's nice to see us learning from that, being ready right here. And then there's one of our tackles for a loss. Really good play on the screen here by Damian Ramirez. So you can see him start to drop right now. Then as he gets out, he's starting to see this back here and this lineman coming. So at this point in this play, as a defensive player and coach, now it's a game. Can I recognize this and get to here before this lineman gets to me? So if you can do that, you can stop the screen. If you're not, and this guy gets out here and we get blocked, that's when things start to get trouble. So it's a great job by Damian Ramirez recognizing that and getting up there, making a nice tackle. That's a tackle for a loss on a screen, which is a big deal.
Once again, lots of hats on that ball.
Yeah, that's what I was running it back. You can see he's up, and we got this when this many people are on the ball carrier. Yeah, that's what you like.
He's buried in a sea of white. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's another angle of it. You see him coming right here. He kept his feet and kept running. That's what I like. You get some defenders that want to throw their body in there. And, we do want to throw our body in there, but we don't want to give up our body. There's a difference. And this is not the case to give up your body because we got him squared up. We tell him, look, we want to fit up on him. If you lose the collision, but you keep your feet, the help's going to come help you finish it off. Worst case in this situation, we want to hit him. And if we end up looking like we took a charge, but he's tripping over us as we're on our back, that's still a good tackle and against spread teams. So, we've done a decent job of that this year as well. What we don't want to do is just throw our shoulder at a guy, bounce off him, and him keep running. That's what we want to guard against.
Right. There's that almost like a diamond again.
Oh, yeah. So here this is a play that very similar play to what Martin ran against us, where they've got pullers coming this way and they've got sweep coming this way. So what they're doing here is they've got two plays. They're either going to give it and run sweep, or the quarterback's going to pull it and run quarterback counter this way. So they're forcing you to defend both plays, which is a little tricky. Martin got us a couple times on it, and throughout the Martin game, we got better at defending that. And since that game, we've done a pretty good job defending it overall. But here he gives it, And you can tell we've got Damian again. Damian had a good game too. Damian's coming up, setting the edge. And then we've got Urim coming inside out. We got the safety coming downhill. So we're starting to get our numbers right there. And then we got Micah from the backside. I might have misspoke. He might be play side. Yeah, Micah's on the play side. And Micah McIntyre's done a really good job for us this year too. Micah has gone from playing defensive back when he was younger to last year he played a little bit of rover, kind of in this spot. And then in the offseason, we said, let's put his hand on the ground because he's gotten real tall, real fast, and he's done a great job for us. It's a good hit by Urim too there.
Oh, man. I remember that hit.
Yeah, Urim got the Hammer Award for us this week.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, that was one of them. And then the last play of the game, he had a good one. We didn't get that one on film, though. It's good. Here's a good play by Damian. All right, and again, this is that same play I showed you the other way. They've got everybody going this way. They got pullers this way. So what the DN's got a little bit of a tough job here. So the DN's, if he gets a puller, he's got to check with today's game. He's got a puller. He's got to see if there's something coming here and they're not blocking him on purpose. But as that's happening, if the ball carrier is facing sideways, now we want to attack him. So he does a good job seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a good tackle for a loss there. Really good play by him. That's almost a repeat. Same play, same result from Damian here.
He took his own helmet off on that play.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, here's the same play again. This time the quarterback kept it, comes back the other way. But
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, the back side of the play is where they're supposed to be. It's a really good play by Jackson. All right. Jackson's been a good player for us this year. He's played a lot of offense and defense too, so he's done a good job for us.
They're really not. Our guys were not spread out. I would have.
Our guys did a good job of being where they're supposed to be.
I almost said contained.
Sounds simple, but
I didn't want to upset you with saying contained, but that's what it looked like to me.
Well, the contained deal is a little weird to me. I'll go into it if you want to talk about it real quick.
Yeah.
So when we say contain, we use the phrase set a edge instead of contain.
Okay.
Right? So this area of your defense is called the edge outside these tackles. So you can't play good defense with soft edges. That's the idea. So if you're an offensive coach and you're trying to get the edge, you would like your ball carrier to run a nice smooth path like that. That's the idea. So our guys' job is to make sure their path is not that smooth. So there's a couple things that could happen. I'll try. I don't know if this is making sense or not, but
it is.
If you run past that path before the ball carrier gets there, that's not setting an edge, even though he went inside of you. So you might say, well, I contained him, coach. You went inside of me. I said, no, you didn't. If that path is still smooth like this, you didn't do anything. That's what we tell the guys. So your job is to, if we think of this more like a waterfall here, your job is to be a rock in that waterfall. And so we've got to get in that waterfall right there. Now, what's going to happen at that waterfall? It kind of depends on what the offense does, but we want to get right there, anywhere on this path to make the running back do that or to make the running back do that. So we want to be a rock in the waterfall. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
So sometimes you have to hit the lead blocker to be the rock in the waterfall. Sometimes you don't have to. It depends on where the lead blocker's at. So we got to make that decision. We don't want to just go hit the blocker, because if the blocker's here and we go hit the guy, then we're not on this path and that guy cuts up inside of you and you didn't set an edge. So there's a lot of coaching goes into it. And then you also, sometimes you find guys that just have a knack for it too. So you got to know when to take on the blocker, or when the blocker's not in good shape and you don't have to take him on, you just go make tackles. So the big thing is we tell them, if the running back has to slam the brakes on and do that, you did your job. If he's got to flatten out and run sideways, you did your job. All right. So anybody that's supposed to set the edge, one of those two things got to happen. That's if you can't make the tackle. We'd like to make the tackle, but if you can't make the tackle, we need him to slam the brakes on and go sideways, or slam the brakes on and go that way. But he cannot run this smooth path I drew originally. That's the whole idea.
Got it.
Is that too much detail?
Nope. Contain. I got it. I mean, I love you, Coach. Just kidding. Set the edge. We'll start. Look at that hit, man.
Here we run a stunt with Micah. Maybe we can get a better look at this on the end zone. Didn't quite get it all. We'll go back to this view. So you can see Micah slanting in right on the snap. We're trying to take up blockers here. And when we shorten that edge, so that edge is short now, so the DN left. So what we're trying to do is free up space for the inside backer and the outside backer now. But they also got to attack. So if they wait too long, these guys will get up on them. So Mike ends up eating up 2 blockers there, which really helps. It's really unselfish. He's eating up 2 blockers there. He makes that slant. One of these pullers gets caught up on him. So now we got some free runners. So he basically took out the guy blocking him and the 2 pullers. So now we have 2 free guys running and a backside guy running. So Micah did a great job on that play, even though he's technically not one of the guys making the tackle. And then that's our nose guard, Isaac Suarez, who's had a really great year also.
Yeah, they brought the heat.
Another little screen here. They kind of got it set up pretty good here. So they got a good block. They got a guy set up here. So this is starting to look like a good play for the offense. And then Micah barely gets his hand on that ball right there. You can tell right there and knocks the ball up. So, if you just watch it full speed, it doesn't look like much, but the fact that Mike was able to reach back and get a little hand on it, it was a big deal on that play. There's Damian Wayne, another one of his tackles for loss.
Ooh. They were all over that.
Yeah, this is a pure pursuit play here. So a lot of times something like this happens. You get a little nervous. The quarterback flicks it out there, but we've got everybody running the ball. Switch wide, everybody's taking good angles. It's a good job there. Oh, I thought we had a safety here.
Yeah, I did too.
But again, you can see the screen happening, and the defender, we need to beat the blocker there. Does a great job of that.
They're saying I guess they said his knee was down before. I thought that was a safety too.
They're probably saying forward progress.
Okay.
But those wide receiver screens are tough. Richardson does a good job with them, so we're going to have to play these pretty well this week also. Oh, same play. So another good play here by Micah again. So Micah gets a down block. Anytime we get a down block, we're supposed to look inside. We're not he's not stunting here, but we want to go take on that puller right here. The main reason again is we're going to take the puller on so that frees up this backer to get there.
Sure.
And he does a good job being unselfish. He goes and takes that blocker on right now, kind of wads it up. Then we got a lot of has the ball. He not only takes on that blocker, he kind of bounces off and gets in on the tackle too. So Mike has done a great job for us. Really proud of him after switching positions last year. A lot of kids don't like that, but he's done a great job.
Look at this is a sea of white jerseys coming in on that. Absolutely amazing.
All right, this is life of a backup corner. All right, Nick Wynn's done a good job for us all year, but as soon as you put a backup corner in, what does the other team always do? They go right at him. So we're proud of Nick on this play. He's staying over the top, not going to get beat deep. All right, we gave him a hard time for not getting the pick, but he did go for the ball. And like I said, hey, your hand got on the ball and they didn't catch it. That's called knock down a pass on the stat book. So it's exciting to get Nick in there on that play.
That was great.
Nick had a forced fumble later. It didn't make the highlight list, but on there. But Nick had a forced fumble also. So those are all the defensive plays. So it was
Awesome.
Good game from all our guys, and Rick's. It was good to see that going to the playoffs. We're going to need to play really well to play to beat Richardson. They're a good team, so it should be a good game.
Well, I don't want to spoil what you've already talked about, and I'm pretty excited about it. Of course, I don't want to give away any planning that you've got. This is an important game, so really excited about this playoff game. We faced them before. We faced them last year, I guess it was, right? And so
played them last year, lost by 9, so it was a good game. Got away from us late. I think we were within 7 at halftime, if I remember right. But they're a good team. Their defensive tackle they had last year's back. It was a USC commit, I believe. He's really good, so he'll be one to watch. And the quarterback's real good too. So they got some other good players too. So they're a good team. Their coach does a good job. I've gotten to know them a little bit since we played them last year. Talking this year about the site. So high school football in Texas and the Metroplex are going to be a good team. So
that's amazing, Coach. Well, Coach, I appreciate it tonight. If you don't mind staying on after the show ends, I'd appreciate it for just a second. But,
yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this. We love it every week. I go back and I'll watch it again because it's just exciting to, learn about containment. I mean, learn about setting the edge.
You got to set the edge. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
You can't play defense. You can't play defense with soft edges.
That's right. Coach, thank you. Good luck. Good luck Friday night with the boys.
Thank you.
And I know you guys have practiced well, and we're excited about the game. And we'll see you Friday nights. Hang on for a second after the show ends, and I got a couple things I wanted to ask you about. All right.
Okay. Sure will.